Hey folks, KC here today. What I'm going to do is just a little quick overview of these boots. These are Moose 1.3. Now these are the ATV boot. I'm just going to kind of give you my thoughts. I bought these last September. I used them for 2 rides on the bike. These run the KTM 350. I used them for basically a 2 to 3 hour long GNCC ride with a couple guys. So I'll kind of tell you what I thought. First, I'll go over them here and kind of tell you these are 3-buckle design. 3-buckle design. They have the metal toe guard if you want to put it on, which I did. Now I use these are ATV boots, and I'm using these for dual sport adventure and even fast off-road riding. These have the lug sole on it, 3 buckles. Now first thing about these, when I bought these, I ordered these from my local dealer. I put them on and the toe box felt extremely tight. Heel to toe, they fit perfect, size 11 for size 11. They were tight at the dealership, but I thought, well, I'll use them for a couple rides, they'll loosen up, they'll stretch out. Well, they didn't. The toe box on these is extremely tight, and I didn't think I had a wide foot to begin with, but that's one thing about these boots. If you have a wide foot, these boots are not for you. Now, could you go up a size? I could have gotten a size 12, and possibly they would have felt better in the toe box, but I think they would have been a little bit too long for me. But they're extremely tight in the toe box. Another item, right here in your ankle. I'll show this to you here real quick. When you're wearing them, this little spot right here will pinch. It would pinch into my ankle for probably the first half hour or so, then it would kind of loosen up and wear in. But it did aggravate me for the first 20 minutes to a half hour. Here's a shot at the soles. Now, like I said, I'm a stand-up rider. I'm standing up 75 to 80% of the time, and you can see this is 2 rides, riding pretty fast and hard through the woods, single track, on foot pegs on a KTM 350, and you can see, I mean, they're holding up good. That's just the pegs poking in. I mean, there's no tears, no rips. Other than that, and you have to keep in mind, these are a low budget boot. I thought I would buy them. I thought I would try them. I'm sure if you use them for an ATV and they fit your foot in the toe box, they're probably going to be fine and last you a long time. And I tried to check, they make this boot in a standard boot for off-road riding on the bike and this ATV. And you would have to check with Moose, but I really don't think there's any difference between this boot and the Enduro MX boot other than the sole, from what I can see. There could be some other subtle differences, but I don't think there are any. But that's just some things to look for. You want to beware for this pinch point, and try these on. If you order them from somewhere or you order from your dealer, don't think they're going to break in if they're tight in your toe box, because these things, when I put my foot on, they just put a tight grip on it. I mean, they are terrible, and they just don't loosen up. I'll probably just keep these for maybe my 13-year-old son and let him kind of grow into them and wear them, and he can get a little bit of use out of them. But as far as for me, they're just too tight in the toe box. Other than that, you know, probably a pretty decent boot. The liner, here's the inner liner. It comes up to about, right here's about where your inner liner comes up to. Whether they claim these are waterproof or not, I don't know. I mean, they're good in the water up to this liner, but that liner is pretty low. That's only halfway up the boot as far as your inner liner. And like I said, you got 3 buckles. They're nothing fancy. They're standard buckles. I didn't have any issues with the buckles. They got the Velcro up top. As far as the calf fit was fine. I do have a larger calf, and that was fine for me. But the toe box is extremely tight. So what I'm going to do, I actually have a pair of Forma Adventure boots, but those have a really soft sole, and I noticed I started to wear them out after a couple rides. standing up on the bike. So I'm probably going to move to a different type of boot here. before we get the spring ride. And so whenever I get that boot, I may go with a TCX or a different model of Forma. When I get those, put a couple rides on them, and I'll come back on and let you know what I thought of those. So I'll see you next time in that video. Remember to like and subscribe, and get your boots on and get outside on the machine. Enjoy it. I'll see you guys.